Let's build a skyscraper, part 3, floor plans. Once again, I am your host and Voxel Box admin, Giltwist. In the last video, I showed you how to put together a basic wireframe of the build. In this episode, I'm going to walk you through how I would put together floor plans for this building. At this point, I don't want to waste time picking wall materials and placing furniture. I'm just working on the basic shapes of the rooms, locations of windows, doors, that sort of thing. The profile of this building is separated into 4 distinct sections. From bottom to top, a double tall section, which I'm going to turn into some shops and the parking garage. The lower section of that L shape, which I'm going to make into big important offices. The upper part of that L shape, which I'm going to make into like cube land. And the top area, which I'm going to turn into a penthouse of some sort. One last thing you need to know before watching this video is you're going to notice that I'm going to be doing the wall materials using only 4 colors. This is due to another piece of math, yay math, called the 4 color theorem, which says you can color code any map using only 4 colors and you won't have to worry about overlap. Hi everybody, welcome to part 3. Here we are where we left off, right with the L on the side of the building, and we'll come back to that in a little bit. But first, I made a startling discovery. I went back and was looking at some of the dimensions on our build, and I realized I made this way too big on this dimension. So I'm just going to do a quick world edit to make it the appropriate 30 blocks that we measured out in the first place. So let's see. Do a quick world edit command here. Move 50. Now I'm just going to clean up the last little bit here. And move over the rest of the staircase. Alright. When you look at the picture of the building, there's that huge parking garage, and the skyscraper itself does not cover that whole garage area. So now we can really get started to work. What we're going to do today is we're going to work from the ground up, starting with the bottom double-story layer, which we're going to turn into the parking garage and maybe a couple of little shops inside the building. And then we're just going to work our way up through the sections of the building, as I mentioned in the intro. Alright, the first thing we're going to work on is the parking garage, which is the section behind me. It's conveniently 50 by 50, which means once I figure out how to spread things out, it'll look very consistent the whole way through. The first thing, though, I want to do is figure out where the center of the entrance is so I can put in an entryway for cars. So I'm just going to do a quick little bit of world editing here. Put the corners there and there, and whack whack inset. Oh, let's do 20, and that'll kind of help me figure out where the center is. And I think those lanes should be about 4 blocks. Okay, so that's where the entrances are going to be. From here on in, we're gonna cut to a quick time lapse, and you're gonna just watch me build the rest of the parking garage. Alright, that's enough for the garage right now. We'll do the detail work of the exterior and maybe put in a couple of cars in a later video. For now, let's head on over to the lobby. I'm going to put a couple of shops down here. Maybe have a nice little terrace. This is going to be a 2 tall. Remember, it's our double tall area. So we're going to do a bit more of a time lapse. Talk to you again in a few. Alright, that's the basic layout for the shops. I may have to come back down here and tweak them slightly to make the windows match up. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and fly up and start work on the office layout. One thing I really do want to keep going is that this big curved wall is going to be all ice when I'm done, so I probably want to keep a hallway over here, and I'm going to try to keep that going throughout them so that people can really take advantage of all that wonderful natural light. Back in a bit. Alright, so that's it for the major offices. And again, in the next video, or video after that, I'm not sure yet, we'll come back and work on the interior decoration. But for now, we're going to move upstairs and work on cubicles. Man, this building is getting tall. One last piece to do, and that's the penthouse. Whew, that was a lot of work, but we've got the basic layouts of the entire building done now. In our next video, we'll spend some time really getting the exterior of this place looking good. Bye for now. Whoa!